Hi guys, Stuart, Aaron and the rest of the dudes here for Outdoor Basics. And we're starting to get out a wee bit more, which is awesome. I think recently we've had a few videos going up and we've got another few we're going to shoot today. One of the ones that I keep getting asked about is this, which is the follow-up for the Helikon Matilda. I think I've been using it consistently for over 2 years now. I've made a few modifications and changes to the pack since then, and I'm going to talk about my setup and what I'm running just now and how I'm running with what I'm running just now. Okay guys, so first kind of glaring change that you'll see is I'm going to start for the side, quickly talk about the pack, and then I'll show you what I've got in it because people like that. I went and got the actual Helikon bushcraft pouches, and it really ties in with, this is my all-in survival pouch, which I'll show you in a minute, but it really ties in perfectly with that, and I really like that that can be taken off and carried as an independent small bag, and it's just a really good pouch in its own right. Plus it ties in perfectly with the Helikon itself, and I have that on both sides. This is my medical pouch. I put some high-vis tape on that so that I would always remember which one was which, and it just kind of ties in with the aesthetic of the pack. It looks really good. So yeah, let's talk about my sister. Yeah, sorry, I'm going to cover this as well. Next thing, kind of glaring thing that I did, you'll see here, and I did it all by hand with some heavy duty thread, like seriously strong thread. If you refer back to our other video, or you just look at any of the other Helikon videos, you'll see that the top lid, the top flap, was elastic. I don't like that. When I was in the military, one of my favourite day sacks was a Monroe, and one of the main mods that everybody would get is we'd get the elastic taken off and you get it's called a bound lid. So we would get a band put round it like this. Anybody that served any time in the infantry, for like commando units to the paras or whatever, if you can't top flap it, you don't need it. So we love to top flap things, and I felt the elastic held the lid a bit. I just didn't like the way it was. And in the winter, when I need to bring more food or more bits and bobs, it was much easier to top flap it if it wasn't elastic. I just really preferred it. I did it myself. All I did was unpick all the elastic really carefully, unpick the buckles at the front, and then I went and got some webbing from Contact Left that I had spare for when I made my day sacks, and I just bound it and hand stitched it all the way around. And I double stitched it there, as you can see, so it was just neat and tidy and looked smart. And then I box stitched underneath here, like loads of multi-stitching on the other side of these buckles, and that's been like that for months, and I've never had any issues with it carrying a lot of weight and stuff like that. So that's the kind of main things I did on the pack, was change them over from I just did normal molly pouches to the actual Helikon pouches, and I unbound the lid to give me the extended top flap, because I just feel it's a far better thing to do. I also banged some glow-in-the-dark tape on the buckles, so when we're walking out in the dark in the winter here, it gets black as a witch's tit. So as we're coming through the bushes, like sometimes my wee boy can get a bit freaked out, so as long as he can see me in front of him, because we don't want torches winging everywhere, it just makes life a lot easier. So that's the kind of main changes I made, really. I'm just going to talk about what I've got in it, and why I like this pack. I like the kind of Alice style pack. Stand by for a really cool review of a custom pack I've got coming. I've got a custom made Alice pack I'm getting made now. I'm actually getting it made in Australia, which is a bit bombers. I'm getting it made in Australia and sent over, because I've never had like an Alice pack frame before, and I'm getting that sent over now. My dad served a lot of years in the military, and he always had the old sweats amongst you remember the old SAS Parabergen, which was like a framed Bergen, and he swears by it, and I've never had one, so I decided to get a modern Alice pack, kind of custom one knocked up. But I'm going to talk about the system and why I like it. These three pouches in the front, this pouch is empty just now because our tarp is up, but these three pouches in the front, I've managed to cover the 5 C's, Dave Canterbury's 5 C's, cover, cutting implement, container, cordage and combustion. I've managed to cover them with these three pouches in the front in a way that I can get a shelter up, I can get food and a hot drink on the go, and I can sort myself out with these three pouches with no drama. and I'll just quickly show you what's in these 3 pouches. So on the left hand side as I look at it, I've got my kind of food, my container. I've got some scran there, just some basic scran. And I carry just enough to keep me going for a kind of 24-hour period if I had to. So a couple of apple cinnamon granola bars, a wee kind of fruit nut shenanigans thing, and an easy boil up pasta thing. Next is my container. I have the Pathfinder cup and water bottle with a lid and the fish mouth spreader, and I also have a big metal spoon and a metal straw, but we're actually using them just now. So again, I can get some food and a hot drink on the go, nice and easy there, without even getting into the main pack. Next, I always have my tarp, but my tarp is up at the minute. At the moment, I'm running a heavily modified British MTP tarp, and I'll show you how I've modified that. For anybody that's kind of done, seen it done before, it's modified for getting into the jungle with. It's just some simple modifications that people do make life a lot easier. Next on this pouch here, I have my cordage and my combustion. These are two things that we use a lot. And I have a cutting tool. So I have a spare wee Mora, can't beat a Mora. And then I have my fire kit here, a full combustion fire kit, with hunters of tinder and all different ways of getting a fire. If you can't get a fire with that, don't go outside. I also have a pouch, toppers with all different types of paracord, 550 paracord, 375 paracord, all sorts of stuff. So I have my cordage, because we're always building shelters and doing things. So yeah, I can get food and a drink, I can get a fire on the go, I've got loads of cordage, and I've got a shelter in these 3 front pouches. Before I've done anything, before I went into the main pack, because I like to keep everything in the main pack safe and dry. That's my comfort, that's my happiness in the main pack, and I'll explain that in a minute. On the side, same as before, first aid kit. I've just got one of the same Black Hawk pouch I had for back when I was in the military, just with all my first aid kit in it. On the side, right, this is my redundancies pouch, or my survival pouch, and I've covered this before. I've got Sawyer mini filters, tarps, backup compass, full survival tins, blah 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 blah. I've covered that pouch before in another video. So yeah, before I went in the main pack, I've covered the 5 C's, medical emergencies, and I've got a redundancies kit, if you want to call it that, before I've even went into the main pack. The top zip section here, I like to leave empty for any specifics that I might need for that day. Any wee bits and bobs that I might need for that day, for whatever I'm doing, I like to be able to put in the top there, or I like to be able to bang them in the net section here, like I've got my car keys and some paracetamol there. So yeah. Here I've kind of moved on with this admin pouch here. If you look at it, there's a kind of line of molly in there, and what's good about this is, if I'm getting stuff at the day stack, with this particular pouch there, I can just work away here, and you'll see in a minute. This is just my possibles pouch, it's fairly crap at the minute. It's got a spool tool, which we're going to be doing a review of, a work sharp, a spare torch, a wee basic multi-tool, some hand sanitizer, oh, a bit of thread, spare batteries for my torch, some Gorilla tape, Lumi tape, anything else interesting? That's about it really. Just a load of mince in my possibles section. Things that I use a lot but not all the time. And what's really good about this setup with this particular pouch, right? So I can fit all the possibles in there that I use a lot but not the most. See, when I want to go into the day, and like when it's all filled, they just sit inside, I just flip it over, and that's that now, as you can see there, completely out the way. I've got my modified German folding mat that I covered in another video, so that's over there. And here I just put it in an old canoe sack to just stop hunters of soot and crap. I think it's a 14 centimetre, I think. 14 centimetre billy can, with everything ready for our pot mess that we're going to be having this evening. So a billy can there, open that up, and then just in a wee stuff sack, my Montane warmers jacket. So that's kind of what I've been running just now. You'll see, as I've said guys, and then that just flips back in. As I've said before dudes, I really like this modular setup in that if I can take these off if I don't feel that I'm going to be doing anything like that, I can break it down. Also what I really like about it is that there's a pouch for everything and everything in a pouch. I like that saying. I like everything in its own place. I like to know where my fire kit and my cordage is. I like to know where my water bottle and my food is going to be. I want everybody to know where my first aid kit's going to be. I want to know where my redundancies pouch is. I want everybody to know where my possibles pouch is. I want a spare pouch at the top that I can put anything else in I might need to. And with this setup I've got plenty of room to fit my Snug Pack Softy Elite 4 sleeping bag and a bivvy bag, dry kit, and extra food in here easy. I can fit all sorts in this day sack. So as far as a non-framed day sack, large capacity day sack in my opinion, with a fantastic back support system goes, you are not going to get much better for bushcraft, because loads of people have been asking. You are not going to get much better than a Helikon Matilda day sack. I think it's the best day sack in the market for the price. I think it was like 80 quid something for a day sack, and the pouches were buttons as well. So for a reasonable price for bushcraft, look man, if you're a young dude serving in the military and you're needing a patrol sack, maybe this isn't what you need. You know, highly recommend a Berghaus Monroe, or get in touch with Dixie's or JJ's or one of them, and they'll make an infantryman specific day sack. But for me, for bushcrafting, having this setup following these principles that is the same as my infantryman's bergen, which I'll do a review on, just can't beat it guys. I've done the actual review of the Helikon Matilda day sack previously, where I talk more about the day sack, and I just wanted to do a few year follow on. Like I said, the 5 C's are covered in a very robust way in these 3 pouches: a boo-boo pouch, a redundancies pouch, an emergency space saver pouch. I can get anything I need in there. Possibles pouch attached. This is just a wish.com pouch, I think it was about 2 pence. Attaches by Molly there, and then I've got a huge capacity there to fit everything I need. So yeah, Helikon Matilda with the modifications. So I took the elastic off the hood and put a rand on it, or a band on it, and that's about it really. Added some glow tape. So yeah, I recommend it as a 10 out of 10 day sack. Very robust. I've been using it week in, week out for a few years now, and I highly recommend it. I recommend Helikon kit. My wife got me this cap, which I thought was cool, and if you know this saying with the old Punisher patch on it, it's Chad is your dad and Fizrig at your big sister's wedding. If you know, you know with that saying. So yeah, it is Chad, but I loves it. So yeah, what else? On a side note, right, I made this wee crab line bit up myself, just out of some plastic, and then covered it in tape, and then I've hanked all my paracord up there, kind of 2, 3 and 4 metre lengths. This is a really effective way of carrying your paracord, especially a crab line like that. You want to have all your paracord in one place. You don't want it to be like a bag of bastards or the show. I carry some in my pocket as well. I carry 2 lengths, about man size, for whether I can quickly knock a wee firewood carrying device or whatever I need to do. It's always just good to have some cordage on you. But this is a good way of carrying it. And like I said, the spool tool that we're going to give a review of is another fantastic way of carrying. It's just there. The spool tool that we're going to give a wee review of there is another awesome option for carrying paracord, so that it just doesn't end up my big bag of bastards, and it's like a snake's wedding, do you know what I mean? Just cheap and effective. Edit. So something else that I done right was these go through, initially when you get these go through there. But I just felt sometimes it stopped me getting it closed down the way I wanted it. So these just came out there, and then I unthreaded that, and then I was able to just reattach it. Do you know what I mean? So like this came out, I took it out of there, and that enabled me, you'll see there, to close that down even more. Because it was stopping there, and that was kind of pissing me off a bit. So I undone that on all 3 of these pouches, just so that I could close it down a wee bit more, because the pouches are ample. Also, if you look inside here, the strapping went through there, all the way up to here, and that was okay with the elastic, but when I undid the elastic and put the rand round it, it was good to unthread that so that I could properly get my top flap over. So that, again, that's just 2 wee tiny alterations that I've kind of did to the day sack to just personalise it to me. That is not a knock on this day sack. You don't need to do that. It wasn't like a fucking make or break or a big deal. Just for me, through a couple of years of using the day sack, it was some simple things that I did to just make the day sack slightly more functional for me. So yeah, that's about it. I'm waffling. So aye guys, thanks very, very much. If you like what we're doing, like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good sounding stuff. And go outside, have a good time. See you in the next one. Oh, I've been Stuart, he's been Aaron, they've been awesome, yous are brilliant.